Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to some more Wolf of Wallachia here in Victoria 3. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get it started. We've been off for the weekend, but we are back on a Tuesday. Oh, as always, let's do our little good luck charm. Make sure everything's working. Hello, me. Is working. Hello, me. Hello there, buddy. Back at you. All right. So, all right, let's do this. Where did we leave off? Where did we leave off? Let's see. Hey, Jacob. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, y'all? Nothing much, nothing much. Good to see you. Have you been? Peter, hello. Good afternoon. How are you? Good to see you. Everybody's doing good, I hope. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. So once again, to recap, in case you are just picking up in the run now, we are going after the Romanian achievement. So as a Romanian nation, form Romania and directly own all Romanian homeland states. So we just need two more. We need Banat from what is now Austria-Hungary. And we need Bessarabia. Now, we have a plan for Bessarabia, right? Oh, no. We were going to be owed... Yeah, we were going to be owed an obligation from Russia. But we had an episode where all hell broke loose. And we weren't going to get that. So we got to think about what we're going to do here. Because we're in 1907... We're getting close to the end here. How are we doing with population? Yeah, so we've got a lot of population in our newly acquired states, so we got a lot to build. We have an alliance with Great Britain still. Now, what are the alliances they have? They just have a defensive pact with Mexico. And they have an alliance with Spain. Okay. Now, do we still have our truce with Austria? Or Austria-Hungary? We do not. What's their military? So they're 9th. And we are 7th. We have a larger military. So, let's say we went after... Banat. What would happen here? So it looks like not many would join in. Now here's the thing. We said this last time. When we went to war with the Ottomans. Ooh, yeah, stuff has happened with the Ottomans. We were just going to take one state off of the Ottomans to prepare for a war with Austria. And then everybody joined in. So, we also break up Austria-Hungary. Possibly. Why not, right? Inyori, hello. Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, probably. That would actually not be bad to do. Breaking them up. We got to think about this here. We can take them on, but if everybody comes in... Now, this will cost us 26.2 infamy. We're still pretty high. So that'd be 78, 84.7. I believe the infamy... I always forget the infamy levels. I know the next one's at 100. Yeah, so we'd still be notorious. But the score itself would be higher. Now, what if we went after Russia? You should also liberate Austria-Hungary puppets. Yeah. Well, we don't want to get bogged down too much in extra war goals. We want to get our war goal and we want to get out. Because once we get Banat from them, I don't care what they do. But breaking up Austria and Hungary would at least keep their power in check a little bit. Ah, this one is a return state. Much less infamy. But Austria-Hungary would join in. Which isn't so bad. Because we could just then take our other state. We've got money. How's our military looking? We've got a lot of conscripts to add in, actually. I am tempted to just do this right off the bat here. Famous last words, though. The one war we did that I thought was going to be simple turned out to not be. We've got a few mobilization options. We could use a little bit more of that. How are we on wine? We didn't look at wine. We got a lot of wine. So, we've got everything. You should go after Austria-Hungary first. Yeah, I'm tempted, actually. Because it looks like Russia might not join in on that. It looks like a lot of people might not join in on that. Hey, oh yeah, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? Honestly, I wouldn't mind breaking 2 Sicilies off from them too, but I don't want to take too many war goals. We've got this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh wait, hold on. What's going on here? Okay, this isn't going to be too big. Stream. Oh, stream went out. Oh, never mind. It's back. Okay. Oh, that would just totally make my morning. Erg. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, it's saying I'm getting an error here. Is anybody else on YouTube getting issues? I'm doing good. I think I just saw my new favorite movie last night. I hope you're well too. Oh, you got to tell us now. What movie was it? Come on, YouTube. Don't mess with me this morning. Not receiving enough video. I don't even know what that means. Oh, it was an ad break. Looks fine. Oh, okay. The stream had to refresh, but looks fine now. Okay. I guess we'll continue. Yeah, it's giving me some warning message, but so I realized I could lower the latency setting for YouTube, and we don't have as much of a delay. But bro, oh, The Departed. Oh my god, yeah, that's going back a little bit. Yeah, it's a great movie. I love that movie. Been a long time since I've seen that, though. I might have to do a rewatch because I haven't seen that in a long time. You should wait for Great Britain to be done with their war. That's what I was just thinking. But see, the thing is, they're not... This isn't a major war for them. Although it is in the French power block, but the French... Huh. They're not calling the French in. I don't think they're going to commit a lot of troops to this one. You know, first and foremost, let's deal with this. Okay, let's deal with this revolt. Last thing we need is a revolution. Their big problem is migration controls. Let's unpause here. I'm tempted to You should. I never really watch, and I'm considering watching again today. What two wars are we deciding on? So to get the achievement, we just need two more states. We need Banat from Austria-Hungary. We need Bessarabia from Russia. So looking at this, at least from this, it only looks like Mexico will join in on this war. So we could do that. For Russia, less infamy, but Austria will join in. They also approved monarchy too. We can actually up our construction here. So let's do that. The recent expansion of the rubber plantations in Lorenzo Marquez has yielded extremely promising results. Romania threatens to lead the world in rubber production. Sounds good to me. All right. So hopefully this will pass, and then the reactionary movement. There's not much we can do here for them. Oh, I see what you're saying, John. They approve monarchy. Yeah. Oh, the reactionary movement. Yeah, approves monarchy. This is true. But if we went to monarchy, I think we would piss off everybody else in the country. I'm not too worried. You know, now that I think about it, I'm not too worried about this. There's only 12 battalions they have. We could just do this, despite what is going on with this. I go Austria first, but thinking about it, do you think you could knock out both at the same time? And why not? See, that's what I was thinking. We could do this, knock out both. But there's a chance if we do Austria-Hungary first, Russia doesn't join in. At least Russia doesn't join in. And then we just have to fight them. Even though we could knock out both at the same time, it might be better to just fight one of them for an easier war. It's the lobby opportunity we have. Trade privilege. Yeah, they're not going to be happy with it. We don't want to do that. Alright, we now have this. You know, we could just exile this guy. Oh, yeah. We could imprison him. I forget, though. Because this will just really piss them off, I think. Well, yeah, why don't we just really piss them off? Get this squashed. And be done with it. So, whoa. This guy has been arrested and put on trial for crimes related to his political agitation. He faces an unsympathetic judge and a lengthy jail sentence if convicted. I'm just fighting an Indian fascist rebellion of 539 battalions. Oh my god. What a rebellion, 539 battalions. Ooh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. That's rough. I should stop complaining with my reactionary rebellion of 12. Yeah, let's do this. Get rid of this guy. Also opens up another slot for us. A modernizer. What do we need? I'm tempted to start playing with some foreign investment rights, actually. I've been Yeah, 10 years imprisonment. That's what we did. So I've been doing some research on this because I'm going to be doing a video about it. And I think maybe I was a little too harsh on investment rights. Yeah, they're not going to want to. Alright, well... yeah, they're not going to want that either. What country will you do after this one? Well, so the next full run we're going to do is when National Awakening comes out, and we're going to do Serbia. But we're going to have a couple sessions, because this will be finished before National Awakening comes out. So we're going to do a couple one-off runs where we try out some mods. I want to try out the Cold War era mod. Possibly the Australia one. I got to test these out and see how they're working in the new patches, but I haven't fully decided on the countries yet for those. So what could we sell out of this? Really? Alright, let's do, let's give them some investment rights. But yeah, how about you just, like, you can't even give us any bit of money? Oh, for pooping sakes here. Whatever. We'll see how this goes. Have you done a Dutch East Indies playthrough? I haven't. We did a Lanfang run where we were fighting the DEI the whole time. But they're generally... I don't remember where they actually start at rank. But I think they're a little too large to be counted as like a small nation. Alright. Oh, we're paused. God, I just want to... I want to go to war with Austria-Hungary right now. Like, right now. Just to do it. Just go. Just pull the Band-Aid off, get it done. We are going to need more munitions, though. Let me take a look at this. Okay. So let's subsidize these guys now. And the food industries, we're going to need a little bit more of that. Oh my god, we got a lot of them. The Romanian supremacist movement has organized mass protests across the Moldavia region. While the protests have remained peaceful for now, local authorities have raised concerns about possible violence. Ooh, we don't want that. I'm gonna try an Italian run with National Awakening. Any suggestions on state? Yeah, that's one I really want to do too. I love a good Italian unification run. Man, suggestion. See, I've already done offline, just for myself. I've done a Papal States run. I've done a Two Sicilies run. So I feel like when I do the National Awakening run, I'll do Sardinia Piedmont, because I haven't done one yet. Now, what you could try doing for a bit of a challenge, you could start as Austria, release Venice, because there is a specific achievement for Venice. You know me and wanting to pick up all the little achievements. And then try to unify Italy under Venice. Two Sicilies is always a really fun one. But Sardinia Piedmont has some better companies. So, personally, I would do Sardinia Piedmont. Okay. I think I just need to stop. I'm so hesitant with wars. That's my problem. That's my biggest problem. I need to just get over it and do it. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go to war with Austria first. I'll take a save. Because why not? Let's check in on Great Britain and how their war is doing. So they're in this one. But they're gonna crush these guys. They have nobody on their side. And nobody's joined in on this side. Okay. This will raise our infamy quite a bit. How is Mexico, by the way? 118 battalion. Yeah, that's not so bad. We're doing it. All right, here we go. Here we go again. Wartime. Woohoo! I think I will try a bit easier. Yeah, on a first one. Yeah, so definitely like either two Sicilies or Sardinia Piedmont then. No peacetime. That's right. No peace till Romania. All right. Let's add in just all the conscripts. Okay, so none to add in there. So we can get like 70 more here. Number to 30 more. Oh, what am I doing? I'm just adding them willy-nilly. I forgot we have a revolution. I can't take them back. Ooh, and oh my god. Okay, what is happening here? Yeah, you are going to do heavy barrage. You are the defender. 10% defense. You'll be our attacker. Oh, should have been a question mark there. No peacetime, yay. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, we're gonna need to... What's this? The petite bourgeoisie, the armed forces, the industrialists. Our industrialists are massively strong. So let's give a little bit to the petite bourgeoisie here. Our National Guard units, we can get about 40 more here. Oh, and I should... Oh my god, I should be careful. You know, I probably shouldn't be doing this. Ugh. You know what we can do? Now, John, don't get too excited. We're going to start an acting monarchy. Just to appease these guys. And we're going to cancel it. So don't get too excited. In the back of my mind, I've always wanted to do a two-Sicily sulfur run. Oh, yeah, because of the abundant deposit in the southern islands. But I haven't gotten around to it. Yeah, that would be a good one. Sulfur is like a sneaky good resource, because whenever I'm a country who doesn't have sulfur, I remember just like how few places in the world actually have it. Like when we look at... Oh. I feel like in the past there's been much less. I guess it's mainly just the US, Canada, like Chile, Peru. I guess there's some. But I do feel like it's usually scarce. Okay, let's get these guys situated. We can get a ton... Yeah, here we go. We get a ton of conscripts here. Will you just liberate some Polish countries from Austria-Hungary? I don't know. See, I might try to liberate Hungary because we got to go in this general direction anyway. But I don't want to have to send the armies too far out. Because in the end, what we really want is just this. In fact, I might use Liberate Hungary as a secondary war goal in order to maybe persuade them to just back down. $57 there. We can do 50 here. Ah, of course. I did one too many. One too many. Well, we're going to be able to alter this in a moment because the revolution's going to go away. We've got all the conscripts set up. Let's mobilize everybody. All right. And... oh, yeah, it's everybody's... yeah, look at this. Oh, yeah, because we were on a defensive war last time, so... let's do a cautious advance for him. Rapid advance. Rapid advance for all of you on this one. Defend, defend. You're all set. Okay. Oh, can I not just... oh, there we go. Excellent. That was easy. All right. So. Hey, revolution. I'm doing the thing you want. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, also, yeah, we wanted to add in... oh, interesting. Is it not... ah, we can't liberate Hungary. Well, we don't want to go all the way over to Slovenia. So maybe, yeah, what we'll do is we'll do a secondary goal of liberate Slovakia. Oh, the interest. Yes, thank you, thank you. Oh, wait. No, I have it. Although we have interests we're not using. Yeah, no, I have an interest in their region. Alright. How much of... 41 building levels. So I don't want to add more infamy. We won't take that. We will add in liberate Slovakia. And now let's get Great Britain in there. Damn it. What? Well, we're definitely going to be giving away one of these things then. Let's see, where do we have this guy here? You beat the fascist rebellion of the 500 soldiers. Very well done. Very well done. Nice. Oh, nice. We can give them this little sliver. Consider it done, my friends. So much for that alliance, though, guys. And we'll add a secondary goal of liberating Croatia. I think that's all I'll do. Slovenia. Well, I guess if we're going to go all the way over here, then we can go all the way over there. How many more maneuvers do we have? This would be it. We'll hold off. Yeah, this will be expensive, but hopefully they will just back down, because the only thing you're going to lose is this one state. Or lose everything. Well, let's make sure, too, we get our convoys situated. Yep. Alright, this is gonna be it. Wow. Could you hover over that fearful, please? Yeah. Oh, snap. Let's see. Relative military strength, level of mobilization. Their gold reserves are giving them a little bit of hope. Oh my god, hold on, you guys. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, this might be a save scum. I totally forgot we were suffering from bankruptcy. I totally forgot. I totally forgot about that. Okay, you guys. I haven't done a single save scum this entire game. This entire run. We're gonna do it now. And it's only because I forgot where I was in this game. Yeah, we're not gonna do this while we're in bankruptcy. It's 4 more years. We can wait the 4 years. Unbelievable. I forgot. Yeah, that's right. The last war, we had to do bankruptcy at the end of it. So we've got 4 more years. That's what I was waiting for. So that's the problem when I go from the Thursday stream to the Tuesday stream. I forget everything that happened. Alright, well, so we got 4 years to wait here. Yes, I suppose there will be peacetime until 1911, when it's go time. Oh man, totally forgot about that. We needed to do that though after that one war. Yay. Yeah, the combat strength would be like throwing rocks at them. Money sucks. Yeah. That would be it, right? Just throw our rocks at the Russians and the Austrians. All right. Maybe in the meantime we start working on this abysmal GDP here. See, we've also got some turmoil a-brewing. Oh yeah, why are we not doing this? Good time to make some coffee. It is. You should speed up the flow of time. Oh, whoops. Yeah, thank you. Forgot we were at speed 1 there. Rubber has been successfully grown in Romanian Zambezi. The fragile nature of these trees and their difficult-to-meet conditions make this achievement exceptionally important. You know what we could try to do also is maybe work on getting another ally. But most people don't like us anymore. Most people don't like Great Britain. And most people don't like us. Doesn't make things very good. God, Great Britain is like at odds with all of Europe. Oh my god. Is there no one else powerful? Whoa. Russia. And Qing. There's no one else really powerful in here. French certainly don't like us. Sweden, maybe. Oh, they do like us. Oh. Yeah, multilateral alliances would be nice. Why are we going for this again? There was a reason. I think it was the extra authority. Oh, let's upgrade our trading, our trade centers. What's this? Okay, good. Yeah, alright. Let's just squash this and get it over with. Unless people join in. I didn't think of that. In Wallachia, Orthodox devotees under Ferdinand de Hohenzollern have called for a violent revolt with Mayana people and scapegoated for their current woes. Oh, well, this is kind of useless now. Alright, they only have... what? Yeah, so 27 soldiers. I mean, we could probably just mobilize the one. Oh, a lot of defensive people. I would like to have these guys, but I would like them in a different army. We'll call... yeah, we'll call this guy in. We'll put him on offensive. When the war is done, we'll move him to one of the other ones. Okay. So much for those investment rates. Yeah, now... Oh. Several workers died today in the Bekest Dye Works when an industrial-sized tub of hot dye accidentally spilled over the workshop floor and the unsuspecting workers. See, what would be great for me is if nobody joins in on this. Alright, so we shall see. Oh, we need to be building here. What do we have? What do we have? Steel. We could use motors. What companies do we have? Premium steel. And this. Okay, so we could use more motors. Oh, yeah, but we... Oh, that's why... Yeah, our build queue is down because we're building everything there. We have a bunch of unemployed here. You know, we do have a bunch of regional HQs here, though. Forgot about that. Let's get our standard of living up. What do people need? Suppose we can build a little bit more. Transvaal could need some infrastructure. Oh, somebody's building that. Oh, they're building it right now. Okay, good. We'd also use one thing that was good that I found out was in the last dev diary there was a comment that and an answer to a comment, I should say, that confirmed that in National Awakening there's not going to be any new content for Wallachia or Moldavia. So this stream, I was worried was maybe ill-advised to do before National Awakening, but it turns out it's not going to be that much different. There's going to be some stuff that Wallachia can join in on in the new content, but nothing specifically for them. All right. All right, so now, wait. Andalus, hello, hello. Though there's new content for Wallachia in terms of laws. Yeah, that's true. They get their own unique law. This is true. Yeah, I did see that in there. So they get their own unique law. They do get to join in on the what was it called? I forget the name of the event now, but the event that the Balkan states can all join together to get independence from the Ottomans. Wallachia can join in on that, which I think is a pretty big event. But yeah, they also get a different law variant. New update looks so sick. A lot of moving features though, and they don't pre-bug test too well. So I'm a bit nervous in that regard. This is true. This is true, right? But I think this is all kind of like journal entry stuff, as opposed to like mechanics, kind of like adding the world market in or something like that. So I'm a little more optimistic about the launch day release of it in that regard. But yeah, I'm really excited for it. There's going to be, I mean, I feel like playing in the Balkans now is going to be so much fun. I'm actually really excited to try doing a Yugoslavian unification. That sounds like it's going to be a ton of fun. I've also been wanting to do a Serbia stream for a while, and I've always just kind of held off on it. Now that we're going to have all this content for them. Oh, and actually, some of this in the last Dev Diary specifically, the stuff that they have for Montenegro, I think is going to be really fun and really cool. Now you're going to be able to raid the Ottomans, but you can't do too much. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. The rise of the communist regime in Indian socialist revolt. Hey, who weren't Jacob, where you were just fighting an Indian revolt, right? Here we go. Has spurred a sense of terror and mistrust across Romanian society. Many fear that Romania will be the next to fall. Yeah, I think I'll take this. I don't want to fall down in prestige here too much. Alright, so this is going according to plan. You know, this foreign investment isn't really turning into the foreign investment I want. It's turning into more, yeah, regional HQs building. Alright, so we got some added stuff going here. I'm so glad Austria will be living a country with flavor versus a big blob. Dedication will form Super Germany way too early. Yeah. Or gets used to form Super Germany, I guess. Yeah, right? Because they're like, they are the largest at GameStart. They're the largest country in Central Europe. So I remember thinking when they first released the 2 DLCs and they were both in Europe, I was like, oh, I wish one of them was outside of Europe. But to be honest, I can see why. First of all, you have the largest country in Central Europe that doesn't have specific content, so that makes sense. And then the Iberian Peninsula, yeah. I mean, in Spain itself, I think you're gonna need stuff like that. And considering Spain and Portugal's colonies or former influence around the world, yeah. Will you please increase your colonial institution? Well, it's not going to be helpful to us because we're not actively colonizing anything. Yeah, we have no colonies going, and we have no options to colonize anywhere. So it'll kind of be just wasted bureaucracy. Now, the emergence of a powerful communist regime in a foreign country has aroused fears among certain segments of the population that Romania will be the next to fall to communism. Actually, yeah, I forgot too. One mechanic that I think is going to be really exciting is how if a movement gains a lot of, like, activism in a neighboring country, it's going to affect the movement in your country. I think that's going to be a really cool mechanic, and that's going to be tough at times, I think. Don't even get me started on Iberia. When that DLC drops, I think I'll increase my playtime by 500 hours. Yeah, I think I might do a Portugal stream for that one, because I mean, depending on where they end up starting, but technically, in a weird way, Portugal is kind of on. They're not a small nation, but they're kind of on the verge of it, to be honest, at game start. I'm excited to do a Portugal run. Unless oh yeah, hopefully, oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's going to be post EU5 release. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'll definitely be playing a lot of the Iberian Twilight. But yeah, we will be in EU5 realms. The update will affect a lot of regions too. Hopefully, fervor is a tough challenge. Yes. Yeah, that's the thing. The fervor mechanic, even though it's specific here, that mechanic's going to apply everywhere. So I'm excited to see how fervor works out and how it changes things. The thing I'm excited about with the fervor mechanic is that I think that you're going to have to pay attention to these movements and specifically to your society a lot more. I think a lot of times in many runs you can see people just kind of ignore it because you can, and now you really are going to have to face it. I agree. Isn't it called Fervor? Game needs that difficulty. Yeah, Fervor, yeah. You could form the United Kingdom as Portugal. Oh, do you know that if you unify with Brazil, your name changes to United Kingdom? Also pink map. Oh, so you're saying if you're Portugal and you have Brazil, you can form United Kingdom. I did not know that. Yeah, because I've never really done a full-on Portugal run. I've done an offline Brazil run once, but yeah, I didn't really go after Portugal at all with that. It has a pink color. Yeah, kind of like this one a little bit. All right, only 3 years left on our bankruptcy. We're getting there. A stream of wealthy Canada immigrants fleeing the communist regime in Indian socialist revolt have sought shelter in Romania, bringing with them tales of revolutionary terror and unbridled proletarian excess. More migration attraction? I will take that. I don't mind if we get communist and socialist movements here. Policemen chasing rumors of an allegedly planned communist uprising in Romanian Bessarabia have stirred significant fear amongst the area's public. Local skeptics decry the disturbance as terrorism in itself. Whoa, our petit bourgeoisie's marginalized now. Yeah, we'll take that. All right, so we are at the hour mark, so we got to pay homage to the gods of ads. So I want to make sure nobody misses anything. We're going to take a very quick break. Be back in 90 seconds. All right, and we're back, and we're back. What did I miss here? It's not a formable. It's just that your name changes to United Kingdom. Oh, okay. If you remain a monarchy, it's a fun Easter egg. Oh, very cool. Okay, I want to try that now. Well, I guess we will actually when Iberian Twilight comes out. So we're gonna do we'll have Portugal then. Right, exclusive citizenship might be a very good way to play tall now. Yes, yeah. That new citizenship law, what's it, I think subjecthood, I think they call it. That's going to be really cool. It's kind of already is some degree, but even more so if you can take on Russia by mobilizing the Poles. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you, John. Thank you to speed up. Yeah, that's true. Maybe a Krakow run too would be quite interesting. How's our military shipyards doing? Yeah, they're not fully hired. That's our problem. I think we're going to take the hit on construction until we get these states back. So let's get this war over with. Oh, we're not passing anything. Is there anything we need to? Excellent. Done and done. Oh. Yeah, we still have this. We can get the trade unions. Alright, let's do that. Let's get the kids out of the mines. Police have shut down a notorious male brothel. The arrested proprietor has revealed that Arthur Karaja is part of his clientele, and this information is leaking to the press. Oh, our president. Let's take a look here. Do we like this guy as our president? Plus 10% authority. We actually kind of like this guy, and he is the executive of our armament corporation. So we're getting plus 5% throughput bonus for all the buildings they own. Let's not get rid of this guy. Alright, look at that. It worked. Also, fun fact about Portugal and Brazil, at GameStart in 1836, both their rulers are siblings. Oh, their brother Pedro from Brazil and sister Maria II. Oh, I didn't realize they were related. That's wild. I gotta look into the actual history of that. That's pretty cool. I remember when I did my Brazil run, I was looking up Pedro and what his deal was, but that's fascinating. Theoretically, whoever leans all the way into national supremacy ethno-state and has a strong enough military can crank up pressure with support separatism against Russia and Britain. Very interesting. See, this is what I love too about it, is that it's creating these mechanics that are actually not necessarily not necessarily economic based, right? Since everything is so intertwined in this game. do we necessarily want to do this? Yeah. We do need to get these things somewhat profitable. Now it's saying motor industries is pretty expensive. So let's start. Oh wait, did we give steel? Oh, what are we doing? Yeah, we don't want to build steel. Whatever. I forgot. We do want to keep coal. Okay, we could use some more coal. This will help the company decide to build some steel. Oh, Transvaal. Oh, southern Serbia. You know, I keep forgetting to look over there. Oh, also, are we incorporating? Incorporated. Okay, good. Yeah, we need to build here, too. We can't forget about that. Groceries, we could use a little bit more. You know, I should take a look at our trade centers, too. The enactment of compulsory primary school has come to a halt due to some public protests. Many of the families that lack the purchasing power to meet the expenses that buying new school supplies imply, thus preventing their children from scholarization. You know, we're at a point, actually, we could use some government admin. And still having problems here with infrastructure. Let's see. Who's building the railway in northern Transylvania? I don't see it on it. Oh, there it is. Why is it so far down the damn list? Oh, yeah, what are we doing? Steel frame buildings there, too. Alright. There we go. Good for now. Yeah, look at this. See, this is the thing about foreign investment. Now, we aren't getting Britain building in our country, because these buildings would still at least contribute to our investment pool. We're getting these buildings, which are using our construction points and taking reinvestment out. Ugh. Although, now that I think about it, you know, why don't we just nationalize the Russian ones? Why are we letting them keep buildings here? All right, regional HQs. Here we go. Yeah, this is a British one. We don't want to mess with that one. EIC. That's British. They do own a lot of stuff. Here we go. The Russian-American company. Look at that. $20 levels. At a cost of $4 million. Goodbye. Now let's not go too crazy on this. Yeah, let's take all the Russian-owned ones. Yeah, we could use more levels of it, too. Oh, wait, what are we doing, though? We don't have a lot of people left here. But we could start putting some here. And then you're on interventionism. I could try to sell those levels now, but the British might buy them up. Given the low wages that workers in Bulgaria are receiving, more and more parents are pushed to send their children to work to help sustain their families. Ooh, I like this one. Alright, we got 20% on that. Now this is back in the green. Now, if only we could become a major producer of steel here, but our company is just not doing it. Yeah, we need to double our steel output. Though we are trading a lot of it away. But why aren't we building more of it? Well, there we go. We're building one. $34 months, my friends. 34 months. Ooh, what's going on here? Oh, the French naval invaded the US? Okay. Why do you guys hate us so much? Why do you see us as a natural enemy? Ooh, alright. We got another company. So what do we want? So we've got, oh, why did we never add anything more to these guys? Oh, because they only have steel mills. Okay. So we can add another company. Trade capacity infrastructure actually aren't so bad, but railways. The motor industry. Can we build? We can't even build automobiles yet, though. We need to get on that. Alright. So we're getting rotary valve. Okay. We'll do that. India looking good. From 80 million radicals to 2 million. Oh, nice. From playing 2 million each month or from paying 2 million each month to the British as Epic now in the game green on the lower tax rate. Oh, very nice. Very well done. India is such a tough one. Always is. Oh, we lost our... Okay. You guys, export more. Get these things out there. You know what you know what I should do? I should give these guys trade rights. Because we have the prestige good. So we can get extra trade capacity. Alright. Company. What do we want? I mean, plus 5% manufacturing industries is not bad. Explosives and munitions with high-grade explosives and a negative 10% military goods cost is not so bad either. De Beers. Oh, I don't know. Now this is the specific one to us. The increased trade capacity. But we would need, oh, we can add motors to this company. That wouldn't be so bad to have motors. To get the extra infrastructure and trade capacity. See, the trade capacity would actually be plus 15%. And have a company start making motors for us. But we could always then do the motor syndicate. We get no prestige good. But honestly, how are explosives doing in our market? Yeah, I mean, we're probably never going to get this prestige good. I don't know. We might take the Romania specific one here. Because we can add in motors. Let's do it. All right. Our motor company. Let's see who our guy is. Throughput. And nothing else. Oh my god, I forgot. We're using an industry charter here. Yeah, let's take off investment rights. We don't even have any. They're not doing anything. All right. There we go. Actually, I'd love to give them a monopoly on motors. Lawmakers working towards the enactment of compulsory primary school have found themselves mirrored in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. Actually, I don't want to give them a monopoly on that. Well, actually, no, I do. Because then they can buy up all the stuff. What buildings did they end up getting? 5 railways in Moldavia. Actually, maybe I'll just keep it as is right now until they get the the prosperity bonus. I think I will do that. Though we could use with... We could sell some buildings right now. Our interest rate isn't too bad. Oh, we don't even own... Oh, wait. Yeah, we don't own any motors right now. Oh, that's right. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that because we'll lose some of the minting. All right. It's too bad we're not going to be able to get that refined steel. Oh. They have significantly less peasants than they did a little bit ago. But these states have a ton. How are we on everything else here? Honestly, we could use... Yeah, some agriculture here. Let's see. Okay. So actually, we don't need more agriculture, but we probably need more fertilizer now. Yes, we do. Where do we have... We don't have sulfur. See, like I said, sulfur. Sulfur, man, is always a tough one to get. Oh. Are we maxed out? We are maxed out on that. Okay, so how are we with sulfur? Oh. We've got a ton of sulfur in our market. Okay. Alright, so let's build some fertilizer in Bekes because we have a lot of people and there's a lot of agriculture there. $29 months. About 2.5 years left. Oh, let's make sure we're staying on top of these guys. Okay, I'll add you there. Well, these guys don't have anybody now. Offensive planner. And another one. There we go. Now, the government admin. Oh, yeah. Now we got plenty. Now, I do want to make sure we have all of our mobilization options ready to go. See, we could use many more groceries. But I feel like we're not fully hired in the ones we have. What do we have a lot of? Fish or meat? Neither. Alright, so that's what we can do. Let's fix that. So, Dobruja... Well, you have fish here. Guess I don't need to subsidize this anymore. The Kess, so you're going to need some livestock. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Meat, meat, meat. You've got meat. Okay. Now, the other thing is we can always subsidize these things before we go to war if they're not doing enough there. So Moldavia, oh, is already doing that thing. Okay. And Bulgaria is. Okay. So we're not fully hired in the ones we have, which is good to know for when we go to war. Let me remind myself, we have luxurious supplies, so we also need wine. Actually, we need meat in general in the market. Got plenty of wine. It's time we had meat. Alright. Oh, yeah, so we should build it there because they got some throughput bonus there. Let's build a little bit more. Look at that budget. We can afford more construction. With the government's push for compulsory primary school, adult men have been pressed to cover the gap they would leave behind. However, their bodies are too large and their fingers too wide for it, and industrial accidents have been increasing. Take that. Alright. Man, that company is really going to town. Ah, here we go. This is what I like to see. Some motors and some railways from them. Honestly, I would like to just put all the railways up for sale and hope they get them. No, what I should do... I need to give them a monopoly. Because then they can just buy them. Without me putting up to sale for everybody. I don't understand why we're not what's happening with all my production methods? It must have been during one of those revolts. Alright, what was I about to look at? Oh, yeah. Do we still need clippers in the market? Oh, we need more rubber. Okay. Who's using the clippers? The ports and the fishing wharfs. Interesting. Yeah, let's do that. The fishing wharfs. You can all use the steam ones now. And then we can switch the shipyards all to the steamships. Excellent, excellent. 24 months, exactly 2 years. Oh, so it's going to be 1912, not 1911. Okay. Alright, I need this to become productive. There we go. And then the one in southern Serbia. Why? There we go. This is looking much better. Almost there. Oh, wow, this one is really expanding. I would like to have more authority here. So I would like to add a monopoly on motors to this company. Oh, unless... Is this going to give us any more... No, it's not. But we could go corporate state. Mahan, hey, hello, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. How's it going? You know, considering we're going to war in 24 months, I actually don't mind this positive budget so we can get a little bit more money added in. Oh, that's what happened. Great Britain exploded on me here. Look at all those trade centers. My God. We don't have the population in Wallachia for that. The country's high standard of living has resulted in a widespread sense of contentment with the status quo, favoring Radu Maruzi and the sitting Radical Party in the ongoing elections. Yeah, let's keep them in power. We need you guys to reach your prosperity bonus again. I suppose that when we go to war, all these things are going to pop back up. Oh, that's it. Yeah, we need to change the production methods here. There we go. Thank you so much. Fine enough. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're moving along here. We are waiting for our bankruptcy to be over so we can go to war with Austria-Hungary and Russia. And hey, we're back to being a great power. That's always good. That always makes for a good save point, right? Yeah, that's awesome. I know. Look at that. Definitely helps our... Maybe that's what happened with our budget here. I think our interest rate went down quite a bit. I would, though, like to get the petite bourgeoisie back up here, because they help with treasury bonds. Yeah, do they? No, not yet, but almost. Great Britain almost has 10,000 prestige. Good thing we're allies with them. Prominent members of the trade unions, outspoken supporters of compulsory primary school, and close allies of Andrei Borlavin have been exposed in a corruption scandal, having exchanged political favors for personal gifts. No, we don't want to take the setback. Yeah, we can take that. 20 months. All right, we're getting some company stuff. We're also getting a lot of regional HQ stuff. Admiral Kanachi has made public statements in support of the Conservative Party, bringing into question the political neutrality of the military. I think I can just give this guy that. Armed Forces Democrat was the current one. Oh, I see. Yeah, we do want to keep them happy. We'll do that. Alright, how is this stuff? Interesting, we need more hardwood. Wait, what? Why? We don't really need Steam Donkey here. Oh, one of our generals died. Who was it? Our defensive strategist. Oh, we got one in the pipeline here. Sirju Sion. Unrelated, but how did you like... Oh, Age of Wonders 4. I had to leave that stream, sadly. I really enjoyed that. That is a good game. That was my first real playthrough with it. I really like a lot of the mechanics they have in the game. So we're definitely going to finish that run. Watch the VOD of Age of Wonders was good. A little bit of Vicky 3 talk as well. Yeah, that's true. The very end of it was a big Vicky 3 debate about investment rights. But yeah, I really enjoyed that game. I need to do a little bit more offline play of it. But I'm definitely looking forward to finishing that run. It's nice to play since I'm not really doing civilization right now. So to have a Civ-like game is kind of nice. See, I think we need them in there, because, yeah, we need them for this law. We'll stay with this. Yeah, of course. Cool. I'm thinking of checking it out. How much did you get the version with all the DLC for? I didn't get all the DLC because there were 2 different passes. So there was one that was like, you had a pass that came with the older DLC, and then one with a newer pass for the newer DLC. So I got the one with the newer DLC. I got it on... It was on one of the sales they had. I think there was like a Grand Strategy Games sale. Let me see if I can pull up... I forget how much I paid for it now. It was... Oh, that's right. Okay. It was a little expensive, actually. It ended up being about 78 bucks. But I forgot, I had a Steam gift card from my birthday that was a couple months ago. Me and my brothers now just give each other gift cards on our birthdays. So I had that just burning a hole in my Steam wallet. But yeah, it was a little pricey. To outside observers, the trade unions may appear firmly committed to the idea of compulsory primary school, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long festered. Now a clique of dissenters has finally had enough and have officially broken with their fellow members over the issue of reform. That reminds me, I've got to send my brother a gift card for his birthday. I actually think we'll take the setback. We're in the study phase. Oh yeah, so wow, you enjoyed it without all the DLC. Yeah. Yeah, so I had some of them, but yeah, I didn't have all of them, and I still enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, definitely. There's a guy who leveraged investment rights as Great Shing into nationalizing them to gobble up billions in GDP, but yeah, strats like that don't work for the other 99% of the world. I have to say my views on investment rights are changing a little bit. So the next tutorial video I'm going to do are on investment rights, and I've been doing a bunch of test runs to test different situations out for the video. Oh, real quick, we reached our prosperity here. Excellent, excellent. And I find it interesting. So for instance, I have a test run with New Granada where I've just given investment rights to everybody in the world. And they actually don't build as much as I had expected. I think investment rights are actually not so bad. I do think, though, I would still be cautious with them because it does kind of seem like people are like, just give away millions of investment rights willy-nilly, no matter what. And I don't know if I agree with that. But I was coming from a standpoint of never give investment rights away under any circumstance, no matter what. Oh, wait, what am I doing now? I want the company to build that. Oh, I need the infrastructure right now. So I would say they're not so bad. But then, like, you get this situation where Great Britain is now taking all these steel mills away from our steel company, where we are trying to get the prestige good. So there is that problem. But you notice too, like, this is the thing that people say, it skyrockets your GDP. So giving investment rights to just Great Britain has really skyrocketed it. I think in the end, I don't think there's any one right or wrong answer when it comes to investment rights. Even when you're like a small country, I think there are situations where it can be good. Now, I feel like the reason why it works right now, and I hadn't fully realized this, is that with the new update, you can just nationalize all those buildings for pretty much no penalty, which I find insane. I can't imagine that's gonna be... I can't imagine the devs aren't gonna change that. Because that's crazy that you can just nationalize all these buildings. It used to be when you nationalized a country's buildings that caused your relations to go down so much that you risk going to war over it. So now you can give all these investment rights away, and then, like, we can just buy these back for no penalty. But that's the other thing, you have to buy them back. So I'm kind of split now. I went from absolutely no investment rights under any circumstance to, I would say I'm kind of lukewarm on them at the moment. By the way, you should check what month and day once your bankruptcy ends. Oh, yeah, good idea. Ooh, yes, and we also want... Oh. For some reason, I always think rotary valve engine is something that's going to let me use more of my motors. But no, it does not. It's a labor-saving PM. But we could use those in some of the other states. Hey, we moved up to 8th. 14 months. We are almost there. All right. So, yeah, we could use some rotary valve engine here. Although, it is going to make things go down. Yeah. It does hurt the GDP. But we'll make up for it with all of the extra buildings we can employ. Right, yeah, so we have 64,000 unemployed here. Oh, yes, these states. Well, maybe not so much there, but definitely here. Oh, this isn't so bad. This is an interesting one. Okay. We'll take that. I tend to think it's only a short-term play, and that the investment rights game always favors the investor, not the invested. Yes, absolutely. I still think, and this is what I thought before I went into trying out all these different scenarios with investment rights. You can't just stay on investment rights the whole time. Eventually, you have to buy back those buildings from the regional HQs, I mean. You really can't have a lot of regional HQs in your country, even though we have quite a few right now. But eventually, you always got to buy them back. But it does help with the rapid GDP growth. I don't support investment rights solely because I'm obsessed with min-maxing my peasants, but you make some good points. Yeah. Well, I guess that's the other counter argument people make is like, oh, well, other countries are building, so you have... Essentially, you have 1, 2, 3 build queues instead of just 2. And so you can de-peasant quicker, is what they'll say. And there is some truth to that. Oh, torpedo boats. I mean, there's a lot of truth to that, but I get weary of draining the investment pool. See, sometimes I feel like you'll hear people be like, "Oh, you don't need your investment pool," and I'm like, "Oh, that's the type of thing." When I hear that, I'm like, "Oh, that's cautious right there." Because there's no situation where you don't need the investment pool. And when your investment pool is fully... If you reach a point, no matter what you're doing, where you have... Like look at our investment pool right now, 2.45K. If you have this, and you get to, like, you're in the red here, that's going to be a debt spiral because your private sector can't afford construction anymore. So that's the thing you got to be wary of. It favors the capitalists. Not sure if that is all in favor of the nation. No. Investment rights favors the capitalists of the country that's investing. It's absolutely detrimental to the industrialists and the capitalists in your country because they don't own as much anymore. They own so much less. So you really disenfranchise your industrialists a lot. Convoy escort defense, convoy raiding efficiency. I think we will upgrade to these torpedo boats in the convoy raider. Yeah, we're going to upgrade in both. The AI sent a reasonable treaty. Yeah, I know. I almost fainted on that one. Not only a reasonable treaty, one that's like very good for us. Imagine that. But so here's an interesting thing, and this is something that I'll have in my video when I release it, though. People talk about how much GDP growth you get, how fast your GDP grows by giving away a lot of investment rights. And so something I'm going to put in my video is, so I recently had an offline run with the United States where I went for the economic dominance objective. And I ended up getting it, and it was my normal play style, so I gave away almost no investment rights. I did give away one, I think, to Japan to get them in my power block, but no significant investment rights were given away. And I got to 1906 and kind of stopped playing it. I got to 1.3 billion GDP. I got the economic dominance objective. I had noticed that I had a save point from that run much earlier in the run when I was still at 200 million GDP. So to test it out, I started from that save point and did the same run from that point, but I gave away tons of investment rights. And what I'm finding is my GDP was growing much faster, but it starts to level out at a certain point. And I haven't gotten to 1906 in it yet, but I'm almost there. And I'm finding that I'll have a higher GDP at that point, but not by that much. Now, the run where I gave away no investment rights, there's some other problems. Like my investment pool has $500 million in it, which is a big old waste. But then the version of the run where I gave away tons of investment rights, there's like nothing in the investment pool. So that's the thing. I think in the end, I don't know if one strategy is superior than the other. I think one rapidly grows your GDP, but I do think it starts to level off at a certain point. Whereas the other run, it was a slower rise of your GDP, but it was steady the whole time. And in the end, you ended in pretty much the same point. At least in that. The United States, I think, is the best country, or at least one of the best, to just give away tons of investment rights. So you have tons of resources, tons of peasants, and you have a strong economy, so you can survive it. But I think some of the, let's see. The countries, the mid-level countries, I'm skeptical. Oh, hey, there's that 10,000 prestige. Very interesting. In my opinion, this speaks to how there's truly no meta to this game. Yes, you know me very well. There is no meta. There is no meta. I need to put that on a t-shirt. There's no meta. I imagine your GDP / capita was quite different, though, right? Oh, GDP per capita. Yeah. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. But it must have been much different, right? Yeah, it must have been. But that's a good point. I'll have to put that in the video then. So, but yeah, in the end, it's not a long-term position to have tons of investment rights. eventually you have to nationalize those buildings. But you also don't want to get to a point where you're holding on to tons of debt and can't afford to nationalize it. Now, I was surprised, though, that even with the giving away tons of investment rights, I still ended with quite a bit of reserves because I'm on laissez-faire. So all the buildings I'm building are being sold immediately because they're all up for nationalization. Foreign investors are buying them as well. And so my reserves are actually filling up steadily because all the buildings I'm building, like as the government, are immediately selling. So in terms of like trying to deficit spend, it's actually like a little difficult to deficit spend because I'm not in debt, which is kind of one of the main points of deficit spending. Seven months, my friends. 7 months. I think we're gonna do this war in this episode. I think tonight's episode could very well be the last episode of this run. I still have the Wolf of Wallachia scheduled for Wednesday or Thursday morning. And if needed, then we'll do that on Thursday morning. If not, Thursday morning will be the first mod cuts run where we do a one-off run with one of the mods. Hey, Mauricio. Hello, hello. I am, and everybody. Hope the game is going well. Yes, we are doing well. We are now ranked 8th, a great power. We are just waiting for this bankruptcy to finish so that we can go to war. Honestly, with just a negative 3% defense, we could probably do it now. But we waited this long, we might as well wait now. Wow, when is that video dropping? I'm intrigued by this part of the game, but I don't have the deeper understanding yet. I want to release it this week. That is my goal, that is my hope. But this one is taking a little bit longer because I want to include some of these test runs in the video. So I have to do these runs, which ends up taking some time. But I am hoping by Friday I can release that video. That is my goal. We'll see how life works out on that, though. Yeah, just a little bankruptcy, just a tad. Nothing to worry about. All right, we're at the 2-hour mark. We got to pay homage to the gods of ads. And so we're going to take a quick 90-second break. And we'll be right back. All right, and we are back. Let's see here. You should put in interest in Poland. Oh, look at it. We have a lot of interests. Okay. Yeah, we will do Poland, but actually we'll do a lot of them. Understandable. I'll be on the lookout regardless. So for the video, yes. Yes, definitely. Good, good, good. It'll be an interesting one. I'm surprised at how much my view on it has changed from just doing a little bit of a deeper dive into it. Nice budget, though. Time to grow. Yeah. No, well, so normally, yeah. This would be like, it's time to build many more construction sectors. But we're about to go to war with, with Austria and Russia. So I'm trying to build up a little bit of a reserve before we do that so that we don't end that war having to do another bankruptcy. So normally I'd say, yeah, time to grow, but we're about to go to war. Still considering a starting steps for Sweden video. Yeah, I want that to be the next starting steps video I do. I haven't started it yet, though, just because of 1.10 and National Awakening coming out. So I don't want to do a starting steps video and like have it released while the game updates. So after National Awakening comes out and I do a couple videos for the new update, then I think I'll do a new starting steps video for Sweden. So I would like to do that. That would be fun. There we go. Yeah, see that's the difficult part when these updates are coming out. What videos can you do that definitely won't be like outdated in like a couple weeks when that comes out? Oh, you know what we can do? We could expand our navy. But we don't. We don't have the people. Well, people can move there. Oh, and you know, who was it that we have investment rights with? El Salvador. Yeah. But you have no population. Look at all these buildings and no population. What, on second thought, what great investment rights to have. Oh. You know, I never really thought about it before, though, but they're on laissez-faire. How do we buy their building? I've never actually bought somebody else's building before. How do you do that? Can you do that? I've never really thought about it before. They're on laissez-faire. It's up for sale. So other countries can buy my buildings when they have investment rights in me. Why can I wonder how I buy theirs. All right. Hey, we're up to 7th. 4 months. Have you ever played a run where you conquer, release Japan, and play as them? I've never done... I've done a run as Japan. God, it's such an eyesore. But I've never conquered Japan and then released them. No. Reinvestment rights. What I'm finding, too, is there's a political calculus to it. I don't like industrialist supremacy any more than foreign leverage creep. Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's what I find interesting, too, about that, the 2 dual USA runs that I had mentioned. In the initial run where I didn't give away any investment rights, my industrialists had a massive grip on the country. I think it was like 55% or something like that. In the one where I ended up giving away investment rights, now remember, I was already at 200 million GDP, so they were already pretty high. They were actually around where this is right now, about 47% political clout. By the end of that run, after giving away a bunch of investment rights, they had gone down a little bit, but they were still low 40s, maybe like 41. Now, I've seen some videos from other people where they post runs where they give away tons of investment rights, and I see their industrialists are at like 9%. So if you start giving away investment rights early in the run, the industrialists never really pick up political clout. I found it interesting where in my run, they already had high clout, and then I gave away a bunch of investment rights, and their clout went down. They didn't get anywhere near being marginalized. They were still pretty powerful. So that was an interesting turn of events, too. Due to the inhuman conditions that children face in their workplaces, many families in Wallachia have chosen to hide their offspring in the hopes of them not being sent to work. Yikes. Yeah, let's get those kids in school. See, I think a lot of this changes when... Let's see here. So, if we do... So here's everything now owned by foreign countries. My God, look at this. Oh. Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, no. So not all of this stuff. Fine. But they own 14 levels of steel mill in Bulgaria. If you were... If there now was more of a penalty or more of a consequence to nationalizing these buildings, I think a lot of this stuff changes. Like, I'm not going to nationalize a bunch of these British buildings and then have Great Britain come and attack me. So, I think it's this change they made where there's not much of a consequence diplomatically for nationalizing buildings that makes investment rights work better now. Or I wouldn't say work better, work differently. I would never give out investment rights on my own country, but I try and get investment rights on every, decent country I can. Yes. So that the run I did where I didn't give out any investment rights, I had a lot of investment rights in people. So I had a trade union power block as the United States. I had foreign investment 3, which gives me foreign investment rights in anybody in the power block who's of a lower rank. And other than Mexico, I pretty much had all of South America and Central America in my power block, along with various other countries. I think I had like Portugal, Persia, Denmark. So I had investment rights in a ton of countries because of that. And so that was the thing too. So regional HQs take investment money out of your country. And this is why I've always been so hesitant about it, because it's going to lower your reinvestment. But I guess I never really considered if I have investment rights in other countries, then I'm also gaining reinvestment from that. And so it kind of counters that. Generally, though, the one point that I always find with investment rights is if you're going to give away... Oh, USA, what are you... Hold on, what are you doing? Why did I... Oh. Oh, there's a big, massive war going on. France, Prussia, Belgium, Spain, Qing. Are all... Where's Austria-Hungary? 2 Sicilies. are all on the side of Canada. And over here we have Great Britain and the United States. Is this a time to strike? No, I got 2 weeks left on the bankruptcy. Yeah, I only have 2 weeks left on it. They could be heavily distracted. Yeah, Great Britain and the US will win any war together, especially considered in this run right now, they are by far the two greatest militaries. Hold on though. Well, how come I'm not seeing Austria-Hungary's flag in these allies? Peru, Bolivia, Maldives, two Sicilies, Philippines, Oyo, Cuba, Lanfang, Congo, Liberia. Okay. Let's take a save. Yeah, it's time to make the diplomatic play. By the time we go to war, the bankruptcy is over. Austria's a bit distracted. Do we have more conscripts? Oh my god, we have tons. We have tons of conscripts added. Okay. So we can add 70 more here. We have 50. So let's add 25 more. Wait, what did I do? Let's do another 10. Canada casually deciding it's time for World War One. Yeah, and it's gonna drag everyone out. Yeah, right. This is actually a legit. It's 1912. This is World War One. Canada versus Great Britain. Everybody's in on it. All right, I want to get our main armies here really built up. Oops, okay. So, the armed forces, the industrialists don't need more political power. I struggle playing anyone except Great Britain and Japan. Oh, cultural bias. Yeah. Japan is a really fun one to do. In full disclosure, I've never actually done like a legit committed Great Britain run yet. I just haven't because they start off as the #1 country, and I tend to like smaller countries. At some point in time, I know I just need to sit down and just do a British run. Because I know it would be a lot of fun. But I'm always like, yeah, eventually. I'll get to it eventually. And then I don't. Alright, so what do we got here? 80... Oh, whoops. 88. 88 and 40, 52. We'll We'll promote people as need be. I'm just going to add as many conscripts in as possible because I have a feeling Russia's going to join in with the British, or with Austria-Hungary. Okay, and then second cavalry here. Armed forces, armed forces. I tend to think one of the challenges of the game is planning to outmaneuver the industrialists and landowners. Both of them are nasty, in my opinion. Yeah. I guess I tend to like the landowners only because they're the ones that you spend so much time trying to empower to get rid of the... Or not the industrialists. I tend to like the industrialists because you spend so much time trying to disempower the landowners that I'm always like, come on, industrialists, come on. But yeah. In the end, too, then they just become the new landowners in the end game. Yeah, amen to that, yeah. Yeah, the intelligentsia and my personal favorites, I would say, is usually intelligentsia and trade unions. Those usually have the laws that you want, but they're a little bit more difficult to empower. Not the trade unions as much. You get those later on in the game, but the intelligentsia for sure. All right, so we got 5 more that we can add in somewhere. Just give them to the National Guard. Oh, and we got a bunch in northern Transylvania. I think we're good. State atheism makes the intelligentsia the most powerful, or near to. That's true. That's a great point. See, I've generally never gone towards state atheism that much. But you're right. That's the strategy to do if you want to empower those guys and decimate your religious IG. Oh, good. Look at meat. We need that now as a mobilization option. I think we've got everything that we need. Everybody is good to go. Let's make sure our munitions plants are munitioning. All right, yeah, let's just do the labor-saving PMs so that they need as few people as possible. I don't care about the GDP right now. Just get as many of these guys as we can, because we're gonna need it. All right. God, honestly, I kind of hope Russia does join in on this now. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, no. Austria-Hungary outnumbers us by 40. Huh. Trying to empower different IGs in different games for different gameplay. Yeah, that's true. That's actually the best way to do it, and what you need to do eventually. All right, I'm actually, so just because I don't want to have to assign conscripts and everything, just in case, we're gonna take a save point here, so I never have to do that again. I hate assigning all these conscripts. We're going after Austria. Give me Banat. Just forgot the name of it. Wait, what? Why can we not? Why can we not Banat? Is not an involved country. What? What does that mean? If I remember right, Gondor in Africa is a big resource state. Yeah. Yeah, it's somewhere around here, right? Isn't it the Ethiopia section? Wait, this thing doesn't make any sense. Blank is not an involved country along Romania in a diplomatic play. Yeah, I think my game bugged, right? Because there would be a... Oh, maybe it's because I have this brewing one here. Yep, lots of split states at Game Start. This is true. Maybe you need to join the current diplomatic play. I think maybe I need to wait for this one to... Ah, there we go. So now let's check it. Yeah, there we go. Here we go, friends. Here's what we got for the... Yeah. Okay, yeah, so... Russia is probably joining in. Oh, ideological difference in governments. That's part of it. Who's in theirs? Industrialists. Oh, military, petite bourgeoisie. So maybe we get the military in there. Petite bourgeoisie military. Unfortunately, we don't have petite bourgeoisie. Oh, this is going to hurt this law. Whatever. Now we could use, oh yes, capital letters. The reason Gondor is a monster state is because it's split into 6 different, split states. Oh, I see. After only a few years, they will have 100 agrarian buildings already. Oh my god. I do want to do an Ethiopia stream at some point. Yeah, so we're probably not going to get the US in on this, but I don't think we need to. 23 infamy. Our infamy is much better now. Alright, here we go. Try again. So, mobilize everybody. Raise the conscripts. All of the general's orders are good, right? All right. Let's get you over here. Let's get you over here. We now have our torpedo boats. Oh yeah, wartime, baby. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, had to leave for a second. Did I miss anything? Yeah, you missed the the boring preparation for war, and you came back just in the right moment. What made chat suddenly talk about Africa is that I was saying how there's tons of map bonuses in Europe. Oh, but not many at all in Africa. It's not realistic if Africa doesn't have the resources. That's a great point, right? That's why I really feel like they need to have an Africa DLC at some point. Or even like a North Africa DLC, or like Southern Africa or Central Africa DLC. Like, they need to do something with Africa. Like a flavor pack for it. There's so much there. Yeah, Ethiopia. Oh, Ethiopia is fun in EU4 as well. Oh, that's cool. Maybe that'll be my first EU5 stream. Oh, yeah, that's right. So can we do... What's this one? Oh, Galicia, yeah. Galicia, Croatia. Well, you know, I don't want to... What's the war goals happening over here in this war? Conquer Herrera land, transfer, enforce investment rights. Okay. Oh, I need to upgrade? Do I? Ah, good catch, good catch. Oh, I got one guy there. Okay. Upgrade that guy, and... Yeah, give us that guy. Okay, yeah, we just have the one there. Africa should have gold bonuses, or maybe a new good and gems for... Yeah. They should have that, and also just generally, like, agricultural throughput bonuses and stuff like that, right? There should just be more in general. It's the malaria malice. Pops not from homeland die more often. Yeah, that's true. That's what you get. That's what you get from them. Oh, Krakow. Okay, so maybe we liberate these guys. How much do we have? We have 130. You know, we have much lower infamy. We might nationalize our buildings. Oh, but then, no, then we gotta push to the capital. I don't want to do that. 1 billion plus versus 550 million or something like that. Yeah, it doesn't make for a good combo. Obviously not as hungry as the adverts make out. Yeah. Liberate country. Actually, oh, we should do a humiliate. Because then they can't oppose us when we go after Russia if we have to. We'll save this one for the end. Oh, we liberate some countries. Yeah, we're going to liberate a couple. Basically, if Africa has no resources, you don't get at all. Why it got colonized. Yeah, that's true, right? We could revoke their claims. Alright, well, let's wait to make sure we can get our allies in here. Hams, do you know what the new Colossus event is? Heard it mentioned on a stream about permanent migration attraction, but Google doesn't give me any info. The Colossus event. Man, it doesn't ring a bell, but... permanent migration attraction. Maybe it was in the last dev diary with the smaller ones. It's not coming to mind immediately, but there's a bunch of stuff in the new DLC that would affect that. I'd have to double check. Yeah, here we go. We want to give them... We'll give them Zambezi. Oh, hello, M. Hello, hello. You pass a bunch of liberal laws, including multiculturalism, and you get a journal event. Oh, are you saying that's what the Colossus event is? Okay. Yeah, oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I do all these TLDR dev diary videos, and after a couple weeks, I kind of forget a lot of the stuff. I gotta go back and look at my notes again. So let's liberate Croatia, because why not? And then we'll hold off, because if anybody else joins in, like Russia, I want to have some diplomatic maneuvers to use on that. Yeah, like right there. There we go. Well, maybe we do it now. But where is it? Oh, wait, I have a claim. So I should, yeah, return state. And we'll wait to add the last part in case somebody else decides they want to join this war. In fact, now we're going to have to be careful about our convoys. You need to finish an earlier journal first. I thought the word and the ideal. The thought, the word, and the ideal. Oh. What's their issue? Too many special units. See, this is something I wish they would fix in the game. Why... I start to lose organization because these guys are conscripting quicker than these guys. It's liberate countries quite OP because it doesn't give you infamy. Because if that's the case, it's quite silly. Infamy was upsetting the balance of power, not exactly only being aggressive. Well, I think the infamy is supposed to be a setting for, like, how the rest of the world views you. So I think, like... the rest of the world wouldn't hate me because I'm like, oh, I want to liberate this place. Although I guess it depends on the war. Like when the U.S. liberated Iraq, right? So yeah, there was an infamy cost there. What? We got it, and we didn't even end up having to actually go to war? That's wild. Oh my god. That was anticlimactic. Yeah, it was. I was getting ready to go on an epic war here. Oh my god, but this is the only thing we have left we need to get in order to get the achievement. They didn't want to lose all those subjects. And they're already in a war. Oh my god. Perhaps a new DLC will provide a way to for colonials to be resisted in Africa. Maybe racing to exclusive citizenship, leveraging support, separatism to destabilize great powers. Yeah. I would hope that kind of sounds fun. Yeah, they did what? Right? Oh my god, I can't believe that. I was really preparing for, like, war. Austria in the middle of his war be like, no, we're not. Yeah, they were like, yeah, because the only primary demand was this. They were like, yeah, we don't care that much about this state. Yeah, good point. Now do we have? We don't have a truce with Russia at all. So do we just go for Russia? I mean, if we end up having a big old war for Russia, problem is I'm not going to be able to probably finish that war in this episode, but we might be able to start it. Yeah, yeah, Austria backed down. Austria backed down. So they are allied with Spain. And, ooh, and excellent. Our infamy is 55, but we have a claim on Bessarabia, so we won't have a large infamy cost. That did save some bank. Now we can really... All right, well... Look at that, just 6.6 infamy. Oh, you know what, though? We wasted the one thing we gave the British. What is the point? You know, thank you, Britain, for this alliance that I have to negotiate to get you into wars. I mean, I guess it makes sense if they're like, you're going to take on who now? Who and what? Maximilian, hey! Missed ham cuts, but preparing for the real deal. Greece facing Lithuania in an hour. Oh, nice! I'm going to try to catch that. Yay, war? Yeah, you missed a very big anticlimactic war there, Maximilian. We got... Austria just backed down on us, so we got the state we needed. We just have one more state from Russia to get here. Hey, Anma Kazan, hello, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. All right, my friends, let's do it like a band-aid. Let's do it. Sorry, guys. Sorry, armies. Or sorry, conscripts. Get back to work. You didn't even get back to your factories in time. I can see you got Banat and Miss Bessarabia. Well, so what happened right before you came in, we declared diplomatic play against Austria-Hungary for Banat. Russia joined in on that diplomatic play, so we made a diplo move for Bessarabia, but Austria backed down. So we got this one, but we didn't get this one. So now it's time. Ooh, we got two... Wait, what? Tell me Austria-Hungary will fight with us on this one. Do you blockade? I do blockade. Good thing you mentioned that, though, because we were here to blockade. I gotta move these guys now. So we're gonna... This is where the Russian market access is. And now, in terms of thinking their convoys, you know, I might move these guys. It looks like I'm not using these. I could also just keep these guys here and protect my convoys. What is the Russian Navy size? 45. But screw it. We are gonna go... What Navy nodes are they using? Are they not shipping anything? It's actually really smart of the air to do. It was, yeah. It really was. Yeah, you're also lucky because USA is fighting Prussia. Oh, no, no, no. USA isn't just fighting Prussia. Oh, that war is over. So there was like a giant world war for Canadian independence. Did they end up getting it? No. It was the US and Great Britain against Canada, Prussia, Austria, I think Spain, France. It was nuts. Good luck. Hard one against Lithuania. Yeah. The northern... Oh, the northern Norway. No. Yeah, what are they using? Oh, hold on. But let's, Yeah, they're not going to join because they don't like us. Sway with war goals. Perfect. Oh, let's liberate Poland, but let us do that. I'd love to see Poland on the map. I'd love to see Great Britain fight for Poland. Blame Canada. Yeah, blame Canada for World War One. There, that'll be a clip right there. All right. Oops. Flashbacks of my last playthrough. May have started 2 world wars for Canadian independence. As you do, as you do. Those Canadians always starting problems in the world. Oh wait, sorry. Maybe I'm thinking of the United States there. Check that war America is in. So this is the continued war, I think, after Canada probably backed down. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the war. Canada backed out of it, so there's still this stuff going on. Everybody's still in it. Everyone except Canada. I can't get Austria-Hungary in the war. They won't do it. They don't like us. Is there anybody else on this list? So you can't. And there's no way I'm gonna... Well, there's no way I'm gonna be able to fix this relationship right now to get them in. Alright, but let's add some goals in here. They're fearful. Ukraine. Yeah, let's liberate Ukraine. They won't like that. You know, we could take... Yeah, but we'll have to go all the way up there. Oh, liberate Persia. Then I gotta get all the way down there. Just don't make them primary. Yeah. But if it goes to war... why not get... Oh, no, no. Canada just started World War I, then backs down and lets everybody else sort it out. Yeah. We're good. Goodbye. So where is this? That little thing, that little thing. Little thing. No. You know, maybe I take investment rights. Yeah, give me some Russian investment rights. And then we'll add one more Nah, nothing I really care about there. Okay, we're good. Is the state you want also part of Ukraine? Imagine it gives it to them. Yeah, no. No, it will give that state to me, but then the rest of Ukraine will be independent. So actually, I won't share a border with Russia, which will also be kind of nice for the rest of the run. Yeah, I should point out, though, we're kind of setting up tonight's episode here. Although, obviously, this war is going to start for the end of the episode right now. Austria. Austria, you are killing me. You are killing me. See, the problem now is I don't want to liberate... Oh, liberate Hungary. There we go. Don't mind if I do. It is going to split the armies up a little bit. I think I will do that, though. What do we got left? We got 57. Let's liberate Hungary. I think that's enough. We're up to 6th. Yeah, total war is incoming. This is going to be nuts. It will be a fitting final battle for the achievement. Goodness, work won't stop getting in the way of my viewing pleasure. Look back and there's another war. I know. This is the war run here, man. This is the war run. Austria planned to give you the territory so you can't humiliate them, allowing them to join Russia. 4D chess play. Yeah, it kind of was, right? I underestimated them. Oh, and Maximilian, you'll appreciate, I gave Great Britain investment rights in my country. Right. You should liberate Krakow and liberate some Polish. Well, we are going to. Great Britain's going to liberate Poland. Although, yeah, that's a primary demand. I wonder if it wasn't liberate Poland, if they would have backed down, because again, all they'd have to do is give away this state. Canada may have started World War I, but the Balkans not going to let themselves be sidelined, so they can start another total war to keep their reputation. I know. Oh, my lordzos. Oh, Great Britain, why you gotta be starting another war while you're in this war? Oh, man. They backed down. We got the achievement. Yay! That was going to be such a fun, epic war. Well, friends, we did it. Oh, man. We did it. We technically did it. That was the most anticlimactic ending to this whole run. We needed 2 more states. Austria backs down and gives us this one. Then we need one against Russia. And they just back down. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I know. Yeah, the world was about to have 3 3 world wars going, and then peace prevailed. Well, look at us in all our glory. We got the achievement. It's now 1912. We're the 6th highest power in the world. I think maybe we're just gonna try to now deficit spend this to some massive GDP. Maybe. Oh my god. That was a little anticlimactic. I mean, I'm happy I got the achievement, but that war was going to be fun. In the end, Russia backed down. Well, I guess that's kind of a fitting ending spot for the episode. I can't believe I'm just like sitting here like I can't believe that's it. I was all ready to do this whole war. Oh man, the build up, the tension for nothing. Yeah. The great hype. Well, I only had about 5 minutes left in the stream that I was going to do anyway, so I was kind of worried that we're gonna just start this epic war and then be like, okay guys, I gotta go. So I guess in the end that was kind of fitting. Please think of the standard of living too. Don't let the industrialists line go up mentality get you. Yeah, I think we will focus on that as well, right? We got to get this literacy up. Maybe have ourselves a little standard of living run. Well, good job nonetheless. The First World War was a ton of fun to watch. Oh yeah, the First War was a ton of fun to watch. Yeah, in the end, this whole series is just going to have the one big war. All right, well, I'm going to be continuing more of the Romania run tonight. So, oh, wait, what happens to the stream tonight then? Oh, no, well, we're still going to see this run out to 1936. We still will complete the run. So now we're going to just create a new goal for ourselves. So tonight, I'll be continuing this run. And it's very possible tonight might be the final episode if we can get to 1936 tonight. So that starts around 8:15, 8:30 my time. So in about 7 hours from now. The AI is cracking me up. The Romanians, the Romanians are coming. The Romanians are coming. Yeah. So we'll be continuing this tonight. So that's gonna be it for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry that my army was just so intimidating that Austria, Hungary, and Russia just got too intimidated by it. And, you know, a little friend called Great Britain as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see everybody tonight as well. As always, be awesome, my friends. I'll just sit down and watch the game that Lithuanian friend I made in your service. See you later. Yeah, there you go. All right, see you guys later.